Did you know that studies show nearly 3/4 of adults struggle with overthinking? It's a habit that can leave us feeling stressed, anxious, and even paralyzed from taking action. But here's the good news. Overthinking is something we can manage and even eliminate from our lives. Today, we're going to cover 5 effective ways to stop overthinking and start living with clarity and peace of mind. Tip number 1. Practice mindfulness. Overthinking is often a symptom of living too much in our heads and not enough in the present moment. Mindfulness helps bring us back to right here, right now. Studies from the American Psychological Association show that mindfulness can reduce anxiety and help manage repetitive negative thoughts. One simple way to start is by focusing on your breath. If you find yourself stuck in an endless loop of thoughts, pause, take a deep breath, and pay attention to what you can feel, hear, or see in your surroundings. By grounding yourself in the present, you'll start to notice overthinking losing its grip. Tip number 2. Limit your information intake. We live in an age where information is everywhere: news, social media, constant notifications. It's easy to get overwhelmed by endless streams of content, and when we try to process it all, we start to overthink. Try setting boundaries for yourself. For example, limit social media to 30 minutes a day or designate certain times to check your phone or emails. Limiting your information intake helps quiet the noise and gives you more mental space to focus on what actually matters. Tip number 3. Set time limits on decision-making. Overthinking often shows up when we're trying to make a decision. Should I take that job offer? Should I move to a new city? Spending hours or days analyzing every possible outcome only leads to stress and indecision. Instead, try setting a time limit for your decisions. For small choices, give yourself a few minutes. For bigger ones, maybe a day or two. Once the timer is up, make your choice and commit. Giving yourself a deadline takes away the pressure of perfection and lets you move forward with confidence. Tip number 4. Focus on what you can control. Overthinking often centers around worrying about things we have no power to change. Other people's opinions, potential outcomes, things that might never even happen. Write down what you're concerned about. Then separate what's within your control from what isn't. Let go of the items you can't control, and focus your energy on taking action where you can. This practice can make you feel more empowered and less overwhelmed by possibilities. Tip number 5. Challenge negative thoughts. Often, overthinking spirals because of negative thoughts that we accept as facts. We get caught in "what if" scenarios. What if I fail? What if people judge me? These thoughts create mental roadblocks and add unnecessary stress. Next time you catch yourself in a negative thought, pause and ask, is this really true? Or, what evidence do I have for this thought? Challenging negative thoughts helps weaken their power and encourages a more balanced perspective. This technique is simple but can break that overthinking cycle. Overthinking doesn't have to control your life. By practicing mindfulness, setting limits, focusing on what you can control, and challenging negative thoughts, you can start to free yourself from the overthinking trap. Remember, a clear mind isn't something that just happens. It's something we can create with a little awareness and effort. Here's to a life with more peace and less stress.